A career in real estate came to mind, so I used to work for a company called...
Have you ever met Jeff Taylor?
We made and created walking sticks for the blind.
If so, you'll understand the next minute and a half.
So I created which I'm known for is the white one with the red tape. You'll see the red markings on it. So we call that the Ford JKLOL 7, Generation 7 on that. So what I would do going down the road, we had what we called a walking track, which is basically just sidewalks, because real life, you got to make sure obstacles. So we'd go down the road, just happened one morning, so I was walking stick picture going under. So just happened to be going down the road, one neighborhood, had my eye, just happened to, and we'd switch eyes because sometimes they have left-handed handicapped people, sometimes right-handed, so you have to make sure they're going down. So put my eye over, and I didn't see the real estate sign. Tripped over it, got caught up in it, broke my stick, like crap, but anyway, so I'd seen that, and I'm like, started thinking about real estate, and I was like, I was looking for a career change, but that was one of the biggest realities.
That's really funny. You tripped over a real estate.
Seriously, how was I still buying this?
The lady came outside and said, "Oh my gosh, this blind guy just tripped over me."
Oh my gosh, oh no!
And I'm like, no, I'm not really blind. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you can see." I'm like, "No, I'm not really blind." She's like, "Well, I see you walk every morning with these sticks. I thought you were blind." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And I was like, "No, I'm just kidding. I really didn't do that."
Jeff Taylor isn't just a sly jokester. He's actually a really savvy investor and realtor. Find out on his episode of Signature on the Industry.
So we are going to start with the first question. First question is, what made you decide on a career in real estate?
Really, real estate kind of, I don't say went into it because, actually, I step back. I really liked doing real estate. Always enjoyed seeing real estate growing up. Of course, you get out of high school, they're saying, go to college, go to college, go to college. So I decided to go to college. I went and went into the aviation industry for a little while. Still had this passion to do real estate. Of course, everybody's like, "Oh, you don't want to go into real estate. That's, blah, blah, blah." The big thing is, if you're ever going to find an industry that you really want to go into, find those successful people to go talk to. The people that I did not talk to, or the people, the people I did talk to were the ones that didn't do much. They were the negative Nancy's and stuff like that. So, and I didn't know coming in. So finally, I just made this. We were buying investment properties, rentals. I wasn't licensed or anything like that, and we were flipping. And then one day I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go and get my real estate license. I'm already done. This is the early 2000s. So decided to get my real estate license just for my own benefits. I want to see my own property. Hopefully about a week be the goal. Let's go see what's in here. These were foreclosures, or these were just vacant properties, or these were just trust estates. So there's nobody living there.
Right.
So I'd go in, I would see the properties, buy them. And then one day I'm like, I'm just gonna see if I get my real estate license.
I feel like Tarek and Christina, that's kind of like the vibe.
Oh, yeah.
You go in and you flip them and then you sell them,
Somebody had posted something about yesterday about owning your own business, and, we work with investors and stuff as well. We work with everybody. And, the anxiety of seeing what the investors go through, and even us as agents, and even us doing our own flips, just being a business owner. Because you're a real estate agent, you're a business owner.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you never know in some situations that you're going to get into if it's going to cost a lot more money or is it not. You open up a wall and all of a sudden you're like, what? So it really kept my mind going all these years. But, one day just decided to do it. So finally said, let me talk to the right people that are saying, let me hear about that.
And the rest was history.
The rest was history.
The next question is, what do you enjoy most about being a realtor?
There's never a dull moment in real estate. Everything changes from day to day. That's one of the cool things. And, my kids have been raised in the industry almost from the state of potty training. I used to carry around a potty chair in my truck, because they would be with me all the time. My kids can go down the neighborhood and say, "Hey, Dad, remember that house, remember that house, remember that house, remember that." So if you ride with me, you're probably going to get annoyed. So I'm like, "Oh, there's another one back, when, Yeah, like this other property in Cameron, they're already getting their ideas and stuff. And they haven't been into that house yet, and I'm going to be taking them up there next week. But, the 3 oldest ones, definitely 2 oldest ones, they put like a couple flips ago, they put some of their savings, they want to invest in that flip with dad, and so they got to take part of the proceeds. Yeah, and they're like, Dad, we want to do the next one with you again, so but they put all their elbow grease and sweat equity into that, and they got a piece of the action, and but I think it gives me the diversification of I don't want to say flexible schedule, because we work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Our phones are going off all the time, but at the same time, it just never feels like we're working, but yet we are working. But
it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It really is. And I tell people that it is really a lifestyle.
It really is. Yeah. I do agree.
They're like, what do you mean by lifestyle?
No, you get it when you get it,
you
right?
You get it, exactly.
What do you feel sets you apart from other realtors?
Set me apart from other real estate agents. I am such a reclusive person. Like, if you go into a room, I'm probably going to be the guy in the corner not saying anything. Probably don't even know who I am. What's up, ladies? He'll tell you about all the paint shortages. No paint anywhere. Yeah. So that's Ben Phillips. He's a builder right there. So I'm like super quiet. So
That's.
I like to stay diversified. That is probably, if it says real estate, I'm touching it,
Yep.
So, and right up here where all the next homes will go, kind of where that 2 stories at, they'll go on down the line.
They'll be bigger than these.
They'll be bigger than these, so we're 1.5 stories. I think there'll be a large ranch that's going to be up there as well. Got 3 new floor plans coming out. It's easy to get caught into one thing in real estate, and it gets kind of dangerous. I mean, the markets change. So staying diversified in all avenues of real estate. We're not only real estate agents that help people buy and sell. We buy and sell ourselves. We flip. We're involved in the real estate community. We're going to closings too. We're using our own money. We're risking our own money. So, that's one thing that we have. We kind of create our own market sometimes. So I'm not relying upon other sales all the time. We're creating our own sales a lot of times. So I think that is something that we've always done, and that's kind of what got me into real estate, was doing that. And I just kind of carried that same.
Next question. Do you have any realtor trade secrets you'd like to share?
Trade secrets.
Got any secrets?
Yes, for $39.99. 3 easy payments of $39.99.
I will tell you all my secrets.
I'm going to kind of piggyback up on the last question and answer.
Okay.
Learn to pivot, in real estate. Our markets fluctuate. We've had a really good run these last few years. I remember in 2007, 8, and 9 when our numbers with real estate agent counts were shrinking because people were leaving on a weekly basis because the market had basically crashed. 2009, what was an incredible year. I didn't really comprehend that because I was in my own zone. We're still flipping all these other things. And real estate agents, you had some that were just 100% in a new subdivision. That's all they did. That's all they knew. And all of a sudden that subdivision just stopped. And all of a sudden they're like, well, what are we going to do? So they didn't pivot. They didn't change course or anything like that. I would always say anybody that's going to be in real estate, you always look ahead of what you're doing and learn to pivot quickly. Sometimes figuring it out may be a little bit of a lag time, but learn to pivot, and maybe another niche in real estate that you didn't realize was there. But when the opportunity comes, but pivot is probably the biggest advice
Absolutely.
that I could have. So
love that advice.
Yeah, went from foreclosures then to everything else, new construction, everything today. So
and that keeps you diverse. So you have a lot of different transactions in a daily schedule, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what kind of types are you closing? Are you closing? I mean, obviously you're closing your own.
Yeah. So our real estate files look like. And April helps out. She is like my right hand on everything. But, we close out from investment properties, from buy and hold properties, which are rental properties, to flips, to new construction, to resale. We do custom build job items too that we help with. So anything within real estate in that exchange, we're doing every one of those files that are out there. So
nice. Okay, I got the last question for you. What is your craziest real estate story?
My craziest real estate story. I've got all sorts of them. You know, the craziest one is we purchased a wrong home one time. Let me clarify. So some streets, especially homes that were built like in the 50s, some in the 60s, the homes like what we call cookie cutter. And some of the subdivisions today too, they're cookie cutter homes. So addresses on a house had one, which is the address that we thought we were purchasing. And this was a foreclosure. So, I mean, there wasn't like somebody that we could just say, hey, you know, verifying. But the address was on there as that property. Well, that street divided. Also, we had like 102 West Main Street and then 102 East Main Street. So the 102, we didn't know that. We didn't know that there's a dividing line right there in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
We just seen the 102, so we assumed that was a house.
Yeah.
So when we went to go purchase it, we're like, this is occupied.
Oh.
You know, so we after a little fact tracking and all that, took us about a month, you know.
Oh my
We got into
goodness.
the legal problem, you know. We're like, well, what are you doing here? So that was probably one of the craziest.
That is crazy.
I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stories in here.
Oh yeah, for real. All right, we are done.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our little journey today. Until next time, friends.
And so they were on the east side, and so they were like completely on the other
Right,
side of the
right.
street, just trying to get there.
Yeah,
So
and
it'll mess you
sometimes
up.
It will. Sometimes you have a street that divides. This is the east and this is the west side. This was literally in the middle of the street.